Hi guys, this is Empress,
Hi, this is Toribu151.
and we're doing our weekly review of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 7, episode 9. I happen to know it tonight. Um, so we just want to do a quick review. It's not always quick, but
No.
anyways, please guys remember to subscribe, thumbs up us, and feel free to leave a comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on things. And thank you for those people who have left comments for us. It's been great. Somehow there's a line right here.
Yeah, don't know what that is.
I don't know. You guys, I've been coughing and not feeling that great since we started putting the heat on, actually. So I'm not sure what that is. But one time we had a bird trapped in our house and it disappeared. It disappeared to the basement. So maybe it's in the vents. I don't know.
Maybe.
But just a side note. Okay, so you want to start us off?
All right, so we start off with Candy, and we see that Candy and Todd are getting themselves ready for Candy Coated Nights. I happen to watch the show, so it'll be nice to see a new set and see what's going on. What about
I
you?
don't watch Candy Coated Nights, but I do have to just say this. This is an adult show, right?
Yes.
It's a show about intimacy, sex, and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Okay, because that's all they seem to be talking about or alluding to.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm probably not old enough for that. But they did have Claudia on the show. And you know what? Claudia has nothing to do on this show. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. And she reminds me once again of the girl that's trying too hard to fit in. Whatever's going on, she knows about that, or she does that, or she got a comment on that.
Right.
And sometimes too much is too much. But,
Yeah, I would agree.
um,
Just a little too much, just sit back and, let's see everybody first and feel everybody out.
yeah, see what's going on. Anyways, let's see if I can get that line moved out that's bugging me. I did not put makeup on and it shows. But
Clearly you
anyways.
see me.
Oh yeah, she got a do-rag on. But yeah, so Todd was directing, producing the show, and he and Candy, I guess, have a lot of similarities in the control matters. But quite frankly, it was quite dull.
Yeah, that particular episode that they're doing was dull and kind of uneventful.
So we move on to Kenya and her aunt, and they go to some type of a day spa and to do a chemical. Well, no, they didn't use chemicals. Natural products to enhance their skin complexion. They would make their own. The girl was doing some avocados in a bowl, and they were wearing it and drinking it. It was all a mess to me. It was all a mess. But of course, Kenya was throwing shade when her aunt began talking about, or she, whoever, that it was nice that they were going natural, and in terms of rejuvenating their skin and hold on to their youthfulness. And she was mentioning that you don't need to get all the shots and everything that Nene does. And I wouldn't say the aunt got it together, but she was like, no, let's don't go there. You're being shady. She says, "Oh, who needs Iyanla if I have Aunt Rue or whatever her name is?" And I say, "You do. You do need Iyanla because you need to know why is it or what is going on the inside of you that's causing so much negativity to come back at you all the time because you don't seem to see it what we see. Right. So maybe you should also watch the episodes too. But anyways, anything on that one?
Not much. It was just kind of like the boring stuff. We couldn't fast forward, and personally, if it was just me by myself, I would fast forward through that.
I would have too, really. Yeah. Then we go to bar one
with Cynthia and Peter. They're talking about getting their new place set up and talking about how bar one was foreclosed last year, and they're trying to build themselves back up.
Tori Boo mentioned this to me, and I agree with her that had they been caught up in a situation where they didn't own the place, because they didn't own Bar One, the people who owned it, mortgage was foreclosed on. But she was saying that she would take a break from that for a while, the bar scene or whatever your business was, and to go on. And I say a couple of things. First of all, if the business owner's mortgage was foreclosed on, but I'm paying my monthly rent, where did my money go?
Right.
Where's my money? And I don't understand why Peter or Cynthia doesn't have a lawsuit going on to say, where's my money? Where did my money go that I didn't pay you enough rent and then some? Because who is going to charge you less than the rent what your mortgage is, or who's not going to try to make some type of profit from you, especially selling liquor? Right. Come on, who doesn't do that? So somewhere there's something wrong with the dollars and cents in there. And yet they're back at it again. Cynthia's excited to be involved in it. He's making her an investor. And I can't even imagine that he would have the nerve to come to her for more money. The way he talked to her and treated her, and even they showed the scene where he was going off on her from some years ago when they were in a bad moment.
Yeah, he was gonna look in on her. That's a big no for me. She's all meek and mild, and I'm like, let's get loud too. But anyway, I agree. I would be wondering, where is my money? Why is it that this is being foreclosed on and I'm paying you every month or every week, however we pay, and we're getting foreclosed? So.
And we're not in court.
Right.
Come on. And also, what was I going to say? I think that, I don't know, maybe Cynthia's in love. I would just have to say, not this time, boo. Yeah. No, not this time. Because he's gotten money for her many times. And I know that is his wife and everything.
Right.
But when you going to start kicking up?
Right.
Bottom line. We also have a scene that slipped in there with Phaedra. A couple things with Phaedra. But Phaedra is going to put some new fencing around the front of their house. Mm-hmm. And she's talking to the guys about it and talking about putting up electrical fence. Like, what the kids hit that? The guys are looking all crazy. You can hear the crickets. But there was one guy, I think his name was Melvin, with the gray braids and stuff. You know what? It's Melvin. It's time to let that go. Melvin, look at me. Take that off. Shave it off. Cut it off. You'll look very nice with the gray growing in natural. But along comes Apollo.
Yeah, here comes Apollo coming in, storming in, wondering what's going on and who is this and what's up with the fence thing, and trying to come in and run stuff like him and Phaedra came up with this. He's just coming in and he's talking about, I'm so disrespected by everybody and I get no respect. And I'm like, you don't even respect
I'm yourself. Like, brother, when are you going to jail? Okay, when?
Right.
Because he did come up trying to butt into the conversation, act like he running stuff. And this was all Phaedra's idea of getting the fence up to keep the public out and keep her kids secure, which only makes sense.
Right.
But Apollo wanted to jump in and know the wins and the wheres and trying to call shots and not really knowing answers to questions. So it was silly.
Very much so.
It was. They shouldn't even have put that in there. So embarrassing to have that in there. So Apollo, I know you're about making any kind of coins you can. You need that money on books. I feel you. I understand that. Not personally, but I do have that knowledge. But find something else to do. Or go on and go locked up. You should ask them to let you in the jailhouse early, so you can start serving your time.
Yeah, it's kind of delayed.
They almost made me call you something. I'm not gonna say that, but bye, Felicia. We also have Phaedra. Oh, and Phaedra looks spectacular the whole show through. May I just say that? Like she had got her life with this boy gone. She had got her life. And I am not saying to you that she is not suffering. Please, people, understand that we're watching TV. But at the same time, she did go through a situation that whether some of you think she was involved in and she knew everything or whether she didn't, there's a lot of hurt and pain in there. She's trying to carry on every day so she can work, take care of her kids, take care of her house, and things like that. And I would dare you to live in a house that size and try to carry the load of that and raise two boys. A woman raising two boys. Come on now. So have some common sense and some compassion because she's going through it. But she is up for winning an award from the NBA National Bar Association.
Yeah. Her and her mother were going out to the association party. It was all white party. Looked very nice, very put together and pulled together. And
there was a couple of TV judges in the audience.
Yeah.
You know. But it was real nice, very nice formal event. It was nice for her to have a chance to get out of the house and just have a little separation from the boys and stuff. Although Aiden was upset and he wanted her to come home before nighttime. Oh, that was so sad. But they have to have time apart. And I understand where he's coming from. If mommy goes, is she coming back? Because this happened with daddy.
Right.
But anyways, they went and they seemed to have a nice time with that. I'm going to skip through and go to, they finally end up at a party that Candy is throwing. Now, we went through all this very dull, boring stuff until we get to the party. Now, trust me, the party is not turned up like that by no stretch of imagination. But that's about the only little thing, little tea was spilt. And Candy did a party together. She had a lady laying on a table with something covering her breast and her, vaginal region. And I think there was food on her or something.
It was something on her, some food or something. But she also had stuff like sitting down.
Yeah, lots of food, lots of drinks and everything. And she had a doctor there, a gynecologist, right?
A sexologist.
Oh, a sexologist. I know it was no sex. But okay. A sexologist. And and so I guess she's gonna talk about sex. I don't know what do a sexologist talk about. So anyways, so they're gonna have them play games and they're gonna have Cynthia and Nene strapped together, but Nene was not really willing, and Cynthia actually, they always try to play Cynthia so innocent, but she didn't seem that enthused anyways.
No.
The party does start off though with everybody meeting and greeting and the old air kissing that everybody does to death. And then when what's her name? Kenya tries to grab onto Nene's shoulder, Nene kind of gives her the side shoulder. Saying I don't want. You probably think we friends like that. We're cool and everything, but we don't roll together. And for me, that was childish and whatever. It was just like unnecessary.
It was, because personally for me, I feel like she brought that on herself by telling Kenya that night, "Oh, we friends, and then she's in the diary room explaining herself as to why they're not friends. And I feel like you brought that on yourself. If we're not friends, I'm not going to tell you that I'm your friend.
Yeah, that's true. But anyways, so the party begins and they start some floor exercise, ice breaking mess where they pulling and pushing on one another. They ended up strapping Nene to Claudia, who has no business on the show. Claudia wants to be a little slick. Claudia wants to be shady. Well, really and truthfully, or talk about how, she's so strong and she's not afraid and everything. First of all, that's woman to woman. What are you talking about?
Right.
You afraid of this or you're not afraid of this one or that one. You're not in battle with anybody.
No.
We don't even know you.
Exactly.
Nene, they asked had she and Claudia known each other, and she said no. We only met once. It looked like it was something in passing.
Yeah.
And Claudia was trying to act like they were better friends than that.
Right.
She took Nene, come to Nene talking about, can I talk to you? Can I talk to you for just a moment over here? And then he's like, about what? Right. Like, I don't even know you. Which I would have did the exact same thing.
Right.
No, but we can talk right here. What you want to talk about? Because I don't know you. We have no secrets to keep, no things, no concerns. So I don't know what we'd be talking about.
Right. Clearly, Nene just remembered that I'm getting Bravo checks, so I'm going to go in the corner with you. But believe me, if camera was off, I'm not going anywhere.
Right. It was very much like that. I don't even know you, girl. Bye. But I don't know what she said. It was just so nonsensical, Claudia,
Yeah.
whatever she said. Honestly, I don't even remember. And
Yeah.
so, anyway, let's skip on and skip past that, please. And it ends up where the girls have to sit around in a semicircle on the couch, and everyone is supposed to introduce themselves and talk about their relationship status, I guess it
Yeah.
was. So they're going along, dee 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 dee. And then finally they get to some girl, Gucci or somebody.
Goshay.
I'm sorry. With blue hair.
Right.
And I'm Crochet, it was all real. So anyway, they get on around, they introduce her, and I think she's single or with somebody, or I don't know. It was so, you're just like,
oh, she was with somebody for like a year or whatever, and it's her anniversary on Sunday.
Okay.
Whatever, something like
See.
that.
Then they get to Demetria, and of course she's been off and on with Roger Bob. It's not what is the episode not going to go by that they're not going to say Roger Bob.
No, that should be Andy's word for the whole season.
Right.
Watch what happens live.
It should be right here, Roger Bob.
Exactly.
If you say that, you can drink or whatever. But anyways, so she says that, and now they come down to narrowing down to the time that Demetria and Roger Bob were on a break. And somewhere up in there, Goshi was, what's that child name? Goshay and Roger Bob were dealing, okay?
Yeah.
And that something about those two, Demetria, Roger Bob said Demetria and him had went to Vegas.
Yeah.
And that she was nothing to him but a client. So everybody's
right.
all the looks and the shocks and the buckbacks. Right. I call them buckbacks, the pearl clutching. And Demetria gets upset and leaves, because now it's Kenya's turn, and Kenya starts busting out laughing because she is just like that, very classless.
Yeah.
She's busting out laughing. She can't hold it together. Everybody else is really holding together, but she can't. And then Demetria walks out, and Sister Cynthia goes to follow her out to find out what's going on, and she's upset or whatnot. But quite frankly, that would not have upset me.
No.
That would not upset me. I'd have been the same thing back. Oh, yeah, I heard about you guys. I see evidently didn't work out. But, I would throw shade right back at her.
Right.
And we can go, kept on now. You can go. Because I don't know you. You don't know me. If we off and on, and we had to be off for a while to figure out if he was interested in me, or if I'm interested in him, however,
right.
Then whatever he does is his business, and then what I do is my business, and we shouldn't be sweating it, bringing it back to him, to the house, tripping with it, anything like that. It's whatever, as far as I'm concerned. Nene in the dining room, by the way, had a new wig on. That was better.
Loved it.
It was fluffy. But basically, that's it. They had a couple more little dry scenes with Greg and Nene opening some packages she ordered, and her talking about holding on to a sex toy. I'm just going to hold on to it. I don't do sex toys. I don't do this, I'm that, whatever. But that was about it. It was actually pretty dull. It felt like it was a job for me to really listen to it and get into it.
Right.
Because I look at it and I just see so much stuff that it doesn't seem like it should have been clipped and cut together.
Right.
When Candy introduced Claudia for Candy Coated Night, she didn't even say, and she's going to be part of the Housewives. She just said that she was working on a radio show with the Ricky Smiley show. But and she's part of the Housewives. So maybe at that time she wasn't, or they were just in the talks.
Right.
Not really sure. It just was... Really, I think the production team was drunk or high at cutting and clipping.
Honestly, I have to agree with that. Bravo has not done well this season with the clipping and the cutting, and the times that they're talking about things is not, the current times, and stuff is just not clipped.
It's all wrong. And this major thing will happen. But we're talking about it here, and it hasn't even happened yet. We want to know what you're talking about. So
exactly.
Just watch it. You'll see it. The clipping is terrible this year. It's like they don't even care. We got 3 million viewers, and that's that.
Take it as it comes. Right. You're going to watch.
Right. That's basically it. So anyways, that was the show. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm definitely going to give it a 4.5, 5. It just didn't hold my interest. Yeah. And I hate when they put all the drama, they save it to the very end. And then that drama is even disappointing,
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Good.
Yep.
All right, folks, that's it for tonight. You guys have a blessed day, and we'll be back recording. Expect to hear from us this week on a variety of different topics. And this is Empress.
Tori Boo 151.
Thumbs us up.
All right. Good night.
Good night.